Well, it is that time once again today for our CDN Presents A Moment of Light. We're joined once again by Jennifer from CDN. How are you doing today, Jennifer?
I'm doing great. How are you both?
We're doing well, I think, if I could speak for both of us, Katarina.
We are fabulous. It's Friday.
Yeah.
We're on day 5 of A Moment of Light.
Already, wow.
I know. I can't believe it. Lots of submissions we've gotten. We've done four winners so far. We're going to announce the 5th in just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to take a moment and remind everyone that submissions are still open. So if you know someone who is just a giver to the community, make sure other people are okay, maybe does good deeds regularly, or just needs a little bit of a helping hand, that's what CDN's Moment of Light is all about. They want to give a moment of light to those who really need it this holiday season. You can head to moosefm.ca/win, click that CDN Moment of Light post, and then you can nominate someone right now.
Yeah, and the nominations we've had so far, amazing. But we always have to choose one every day. That's a pretty tough job, eh, Jennifer?
Yes, I'm glad I don't make it alone. I think that's been great. We have a team of people who really, sort of look at the submissions and ask, deep, important questions. And today is actually an example of one. So if I can dive into it. Dub, I want to put you on the spot for a minute and ask you a question.
Okay.
What is the greatest act of kindness that someone has given to you?
Oh, man. Okay. This is going to sound weird, but bear with me. I think my wife just being with me is a great act of kindness. And it sounds, I don't want it to sound like, old married joke, stuff like that. It's just, I love her so much, and I'm so happy for every day that she's with me. And I think it's a great act of kindness that she is. You really put me on the spot there.
No, but that's such a sweet moment. Let's call her and see if she says you.
Oh, she doesn't listen to this show.
I will let you know, Jennifer. I have called his wife before. It's always an interesting ordeal.
Well, what about you? What has been the greatest act of kindness that someone has given to you?
I have to say I am extremely blessed in this life, and I have had revolving moments of where I just couldn't believe some of the acts of kindness that people have done for me and my son. I will say when I came to Fort St. John, I was met with so many different acts of kindness, especially in the last 2 months here. I had surgery. I had an organ removed, and I just had people come to my door, drop groceries off, make sure I have my meds. I had people, take care of my son for a couple days and just make sure that I was okay, made sure that I had everything I needed, and cooked meals for me, froze meals for me. Someone at the school took care of lunch for my son for a month. So I have an abundance of acts of kindness that was given to me in the last couple of months, and I'm very grateful for all of them.
That's wonderful. Thank you both for sharing that. I've been thinking a lot about acts of kindness all week long. Last year CDN did a campaign internally within our organization where we gave everyone an envelope of money, and we said, do the best act of kindness that you can think of, and then report back, and we'll have a contest. And the person who had what we consider to be the most heartwarming act of kindness will give a $500 donation to the charity of your choice. Wow. And I was overwhelmed by what people chose. It was going to, the animal shelter and walking all of the dogs. One person used her envelope of money to write a letter to every senior that didn't have family in the community, so they would have a letter to open on Christmas Day. And to me, I think what I learned through that experience is that acts of kindness are the great equalizer. It doesn't matter who you are or what you have or what you do. The fact that you take the time to give an extraordinary act of kindness is what makes us all sort of one. And so through the spirit of that, that's how we each actually chose our recipient today. So today we're awarding the $500 Moment of Light to Brad Small. And if that name sounds familiar to you, that would be because he is the owner of Brad's Furniture and Appliances. So it would feel like an odd choice, but I want to tell you why we've chosen him today. So we got a submission from someone who said, my sister and her family lost their home in a fire. All 4 of them overnight had to move in with me. I called Brad, the owner of Brad's Furniture and Appliances, because I needed a bed for them, and it was a Sunday. Brad was out camping. He left where he was to meet me at the shop, and he gave me a bed for free. He absolutely would not allow me to pay no matter how much I asked. And we see this all the time, how huge his heart is. And I think that there's a perception that people who own businesses, don't get recognized the way they should, because people would say, they have means. But when you look at it through the lens of an act of kindness, I think we have a responsibility as a community to reward everyone who has a big heart. And that's what the submission really said is, can we take a moment to put a moment of light towards someone who has an extraordinary big heart and supports this community in an entirely different way as a small business owner? And we agree. So Brad Small, if you're listening, you are the recipient of today's moment of light for you to use it however you choose.
Congratulations to
Very
Brad.
Cool.
That is super cool. And I mean, what a stressful moment to be like, I need a bed. I need this thing. I have all these family members coming over, and then just kind of made it be easy, just a little less stress. That's really beautiful.
Wow. What a story. Amazing. All right. Well, congratulations to Brad. Again, you can keep those wonderful nominations coming at moosefm.ca/win. Anything else you want to say before we let you go today, Jennifer?
It's been a great first week. Please keep your submissions coming. And thank you again for having me on in the morning. I'm having a blast. Thank you.
It's been our pleasure. It's Jennifer from CDN, and CDN's A Moment of Light.